Region, Netherlands, football match, home, name, Feyenoord, country, Netherlands, away, name, FC Utrecht, country, Netherlands, tournament, Eredivisie 2025/2026, match date UTC, October 5th, 2025, Sunday, start of match UTC, 12:30, Stadion Feijenoord, table info, total teams, 18, home team position, 1, home team points, 19, away team position, 7, away team points, 10. Get ready for a fascinating clash in the Dutch Eredivisie. Unbeaten league leaders Feyenoord, sitting comfortably atop the standings with 19 points, welcome 7th-placed FC Utrecht to their Stadion Feijenoord fortress this Sunday, October 5th. Can anyone truly halt the Eredivisie's most dominant force at home? Or will Utrecht, despite a mixed start and just 10 points, uncover a surprising vulnerability? And this is where it gets really interesting. We've found a historical goal trend that could lead to significant betting value. Join us for all the crucial pre-match insights. Feyenoord is poised to unleash an aggressive 4-3-3 formation, aiming to dominate from the outset. FC Utrecht will likely counter with a more structured 4-2-3-1 setup. Feyenoord projects strength across the board, exceptional at creating chances, commanding in aerial duels, and impenetrable on set pieces. They also excel at ball retrieval, suffocating opponents. However, watch out for their vulnerability to offside traps and occasional individual errors, a potential chink in their armor. Utrecht, meanwhile, shines when attacking from set pieces and exploiting the flanks. Intriguingly, their team statistics reveal no major collective weaknesses. Both sides favor through balls and unleash numerous shots, hinting at an open, thrilling encounter where goals could flow. Both teams are grappling with significant personnel challenges heading into this fixture. For FC Utrecht, a staggering 5 key players are sidelined with injuries, including their top scorer Victor Jensen and influential winger Yoann Cathline. These absences could severely cripple their attacking potency and creative spark, making every goal a harder earn. Feyenoord also faces 5 injury-enforced absences, predominantly in defensive roles. This might necessitate a reshuffle in their backline, potentially testing their renowned solidity. While Feyenoord's attacking machine, spearheaded by the league's leading scorer Ayase Ueda, remains formidable, their defensive integrity without these crucial figures could be a key area for Utrecht to exploit. Feyenoord reigns supreme at the summit of the 18-team Eredivisie. After 7 games, they remain an unstoppable force, securing 6 wins and a solitary draw. Their home record is impeccable, 3 matches, 3 victories, and not a single goal conceded. This defensive steel is unmatched, boasting the league's stingiest defense overall. Contrast this with FC Utrecht, who sit in 7th place, experiencing a roller coaster start with 3 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Away from home, Utrecht has struggled significantly, managing just 1 win from 3 outings. Feyenoord also averages more shots and corners per game, painting a clear picture of sustained offensive pressure that could translate into goals and set-piece opportunities. Feyenoord's recent form paints a tale of 2 competitions. Domestically, they are a juggernaut, having won 3 of their last 4 Eredivisie encounters. 2 of these were narrow 1-0 victories, underscoring their defensive discipline even when not at their free-scoring best. Yet, their European campaign has been a different narrative, with 2 recent losses in the Europa League where they failed to find the net at all. This contrast raises an interesting question: will their European struggles affect their domestic prowess? At home in the league, they are exceptionally strong starters, often leading or drawing at halftime, making them a formidable prospect for first-half results. FC Utrecht's recent journey has been a challenging one, akin to a ship navigating choppy waters. Across their last 6 matches in all competitions, they've managed just 1 victory, a 2-0 away triumph against PEC Zwolle. However, this solitary win is dwarfed by 4 defeats, including 2 in the Europa League and 2 in the Eredivisie. Their most recent league outing was a 2-2 home draw against Heerenveen. This pattern suggests a team desperately seeking consistency and frequently finding themselves on the losing side, especially when venturing away from their home ground. Can they overcome this struggle for form against the league leaders? A deeper dive into their last 6 games reveals a stark contrast in performance. Feyenoord consistently averages more than 1 goal per match. More impressively, at home, they concede less than 1 goal per game, cementing their defensive reputation. Utrecht, on the other hand, consistently averages less than 1 goal scored per match, both overall and specifically away from home. While Feyenoord has secured victory in half of their recent 6 encounters, Utrecht has managed just 1 win. This significant disparity in recent results highlights a dominant home side against an away team struggling for victories, strongly pointing towards a Feyenoord victory, potentially with a clean sheet. The historical head-to-head record speaks volumes, showcasing Feyenoord's profound dominance. In their last 6 meetings, Feyenoord has celebrated victory 5 times. What's truly eye-catching for bettors is the frequency of high-scoring affairs, with total goals often soaring past 3. Feyenoord averages almost 3 goals per game against Utrecht in these encounters, a testament to their offensive power. Yet, despite usually succumbing to defeat, Utrecht has a knack for finding the net, averaging more than 1 goal per match against Feyenoord. This intriguing pattern suggests that while Feyenoord is likely to win, Utrecht often contributes to the scoreline, making the both teams to score market particularly attractive. Drilling down into the head-to-head goal patterns reveals some truly fascinating, almost paradoxical, insights. Feyenoord, surprisingly, scores the vast majority of their goals against Utrecht when playing at home, but also concedes most of their head-to-head goals in their own stadium. This is highly unusual for a team with such a formidable overall defensive record. Utrecht, generally, struggles significantly to score when visiting Feyenoord's ground. However, when they do break through, it's often in the second half. This peculiar blend of statistics opens up interesting avenues for betting, a potential for both teams to score, especially if Feyenoord's atypical home defensive trend against Utrecht continues, perhaps with a late surge from the visitors. A look at player heights reveals some interesting strategic implications. FC Utrecht holds a slight height advantage across their defensive line, their goalkeeper, and their midfielders. Their defenders, in particular, are noticeably taller than Feyenoord's. This could give Utrecht an edge in aerial duels within their own penalty area, especially when defending set pieces. Conversely, Feyenoord's forwards are taller on average. This suggests Feyenoord will likely pose a significant aerial threat from crosses and corners in Utrecht's box. The battle in the air could be crucial, influencing set-piece markets and second-chance opportunities. Examining the average age of the squads, both Feyenoord and FC Utrecht field relatively youthful teams. Forwards and midfielders across both sides average around 23 years old, indicating a shared reliance on youthful energy and dynamism. While Utrecht's defenders are, on average, slightly more experienced, and Feyenoord's goalkeepers a touch younger, there isn't a significant age differential that would grant either side a distinct advantage in terms of raw experience or stamina. Expect a high-tempo, energetic contest from 2 relatively young outfits, where individual skill, rather than age, will likely dictate the flow. Individual player ratings offer a window into potential battlegrounds. Feyenoord's defenders boast a slightly higher average rating, underscoring their collective strength and reliability at the back. However, FC Utrecht's attacking players and goalkeeper show marginally better individual ratings, suggesting that despite team struggles, their key offensive talents and shot stopper could individually make a decisive impact. Interestingly, the midfield ratings for both teams are precisely equal, hinting at a fierce, evenly matched contest for control in the center of the park. This balance in midfield could make transitions and individual brilliance even more pivotal. Let's cast a spotlight on the standout performers who could shape this match. For Feyenoord, Ayase Ueda is their prolific striker, already bagging 6 goals to lead the team. Tsuyoshi Watanabe is an aerial powerhouse, commanding the defense. Luciano Valente and Sem Stein are crucial playmakers, consistently providing assists and unlocking defenses. For FC Utrecht, Soufiane El Karouani is a creative engine, leading in assists and key passes. However, a major blow is the absence of Victor Jensen, one of their best goal scorers. Mike van der Hoorn remains a dominant presence in aerial duels at the back. Will Feyenoord's full attacking arsenal prove too much for Utrecht's side missing a vital offensive piece? Now, let's pinpoint some potential vulnerabilities. For FC Utrecht, Soufiane El Karouani, despite his attacking flair, surprisingly commits the most fouls and is often bypassed by dribblers, potentially yielding dangerous free kicks to Feyenoord. Their midfielder, Alonso Ngwanda, has collected the most yellow cards for his team, indicating a tendency for disciplinary issues. On Feyenoord's side, midfielder Oussama Targeline leads in fouls committed, suggesting an aggressive, yet sometimes overzealous, approach. Even their goalkeeper, Tijmen Wellenreuther, has picked up the highest number of yellow cards. Keep a close watch on the cards market for these players, as their disciplinary records could influence the game's flow and potential bookings. Examining the clockwork of goals reveals fascinating patterns. Feyenoord often hits their scoring stride around the halftime mark, netting numerous goals just before and after the break. They also possess a late surge, scoring in the closing stages of the second half. Interestingly, Feyenoord has shown a rare susceptibility, conceding a couple of goals very early in matches and also after the 90-minute mark. FC Utrecht, on the other hand, concentrates most of their scoring efforts in the middle and later stages of the second half. A crucial insight for bettors, Utrecht tends to concede late goals, particularly within the 70 to 90-minute window. This alignment of late scoring and conceding suggests a potentially dramatic finish with late goals on the cards. When we consider the total goals scored throughout the season, Feyenoord has seen more than 2.5 goals in just under half of their matches. For FC Utrecht, slightly over half of their games have featured more than 2.5 goals. Crucially, both teams have witnessed more than 1.5 goals in the vast majority of their fixtures. This indicates that while not every game is an outright goalfest, the net generally bulges. Combining this data with their historical head-to-head encounters, which frequently produced multiple goals, presents a strong signal for the over 2.5 goals market. Are we poised for an exciting, goal-filled spectacle?